The discussion about whether Chris Jones is the best defensive player in the NFL involves evaluating different factors and preferences in player performance. Here's a breakdown of key points. Chris Jones. Clutch performances. Chris Jones has delivered critical plays in key moments, especially in the playoffs and Super Bowls. He has a history of making game-changing plays, such as pass breakups, sacks, and pressures, directly contributing to the Chiefs' victories. Impact on championships. His performances have been pivotal in the Chiefs' Super Bowl wins. The examples mentioned highlight how his plays have been decisive in high-stakes situations. Versatility and consistency. Jones' ability to perform under pressure and in various defensive scenarios, pass rush, run defense, coverage, makes him a versatile and reliable player. Leadership and motivation. Jones' goal of achieving 20 or more sacks this season demonstrates his ambition and leadership on the field, setting high standards for himself and his team. Other top contenders. Myles Garrett. Garrett is known for his consistent pass rushing ability, recording double-digit sacks for 6 straight seasons. This places him among an elite group of players. Despite his team's overall performance, Garrett's individual stats and impact on the game are undeniable. Garrett's defensive prowess often requires teams to double-team him, indicating his significant threat level. T.J. Watt. Watt has been a dominant force, earning Defensive Player of the Year honors and consistently being a top performer in sacks and overall defensive impact. Like Garrett, Watt's ability to disrupt defenses makes him a valuable asset to any team. Other notable mentions. Players like Aaron Donald, Sauce Gardner, and others could also be considered for their exceptional defensive skills and game-changing abilities. Conclusion. Determining the best defensive player often depends on criteria such as clutch performances, statistical achievements, versatility, and the ability to impact big games. Chris Jones' significant contributions to the Chiefs' Super Bowl victories and his leadership make a strong case for him. However, players like Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt also present compelling arguments due to their consistent elite performance and individual accolades. Ultimately, the choice might come down to personal preference and the specific context of what one values most in a defensive player. The conversation revolves around 2 main points: evaluating the best defensive player in the NFL and assessing Trevor Lawrence's potential to become an elite quarterback. Chris Jones versus Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt. Chris Jones. Clutch performances. Jones has a history of making pivotal plays in high-stakes games, particularly in the playoffs and Super Bowls. His ability to deliver under pressure has been crucial for the Chiefs' success. Versatility and consistency. Jones is effective in multiple defensive roles, including pass rush, run defense, and coverage. His versatility makes him a valuable asset. Leadership and ambition. Jones' goal of achieving 20 or more sacks this season demonstrates his leadership and high standards. Myles Garrett. Consistent dominance. Garrett has recorded double-digit sacks for 6 consecutive seasons, placing him among an elite group of pass rushers. High pass rush win rate. Garrett's ability to win against double teams and his high pass rush win rate highlight his individual excellence. Lack of playoff exposure. Garrett hasn't had the same opportunities as Jones in big games due to his team's overall performance. T.J. Watt. Defensive Player of the Year. Watt has been a dominant force, consistently recording high sack numbers and impacting games significantly. Versatility and impact. Watt's ability to disrupt offenses makes him one of the top defensive players in the league. Similar playoff exposure issue. Like Garrett, Watt hasn't had as many playoff opportunities to showcase his skills in high-stakes situations. Trevor Lawrence's path to elite stats. Current assessment. Inconsistency. Lawrence has shown flashes of brilliance, but hasn't played at an elite level consistently. Impact of coaching changes. His first season was disrupted by Urban Meyer's failed tenure. Under Doug Peterson, Lawrence showed significant improvement, but needs to maintain that level. Potential for elite status. Improvement under Peterson. Lawrence's performance improved significantly in the second half of his first season with Peterson. If he can sustain this level, he could become elite. Handling adversity. Despite facing challenges, including a serious injury, Lawrence has shown resilience and the ability to perform under pressure. Comparison with other QBs. High standards for elite. The term elite is often overused, and Lawrence needs to demonstrate consistent high-level performance to be considered among the top quarterbacks. Pedigree and potential. Lawrence's pedigree as a top draft pick and his potential suggest he can reach elite status, but he needs to prove it with consistent play. Conclusion. Chris Jones as the best defensive player. Based on his clutch performances, versatility, and impact on championships, Jones makes a strong case as the best defensive player. However, Garrett and Watt are also top contenders due to their individual excellence and consistent dominance. Trevor Lawrence's potential. Lawrence has the potential to become an elite quarterback if he can maintain his improved performance under Peterson. His journey to elite status is still ongoing, and this season will be crucial in determining his place among the top quarterbacks.